Where are the fastest growing towns along the Front Range of Colorado? With Denver growing by leaps and bounds, 24% growth over 10 years now that we have the census data in, there is a lot of desire to move to the area but not be in the density of the city. We don't want to miss out on amenities. I don't want to miss out on great schools. Make sure there are great shops and restaurants nearby. There are some towns that exploded in growth in the last 10 years, and they may be exactly the ones you're looking for. Hey everybody, it's Alyson Wahl with Live South Denver, your real estate strategist and realtor for the South Denver area. So that census data is out and it is proving what we all know. Colorado is booming. It's such an incredibly popular place for people to move to and live and stay and not leave. We've got beautiful blue skies, great weather, 4 seasons, and good access to the mountains. And that's just the short list of why people love it here so much. That 24% of growth Denver's experienced in the last 10 years, that equates to about 150,000 total new people living in Denver proper. By the numbers, Denver proper, the city and county, grew the fastest of any area included in the census. Again, 150,000 people almost. Next up, as would make sense, our second largest city, Colorado Springs, followed by Aurora, big city number 3. Their population grew in the 60,000 range over the last 10 years. Rounding out the top 10 in order, here are the other 7 cities that had the most new people join in the last 10 years. Fort Collins, Castle Rock, Thornton, Commerce City, Greeley, Lakewood, and Broomfield. We have talked about every single one of these in a video at some point in time, aside from Greeley, which sits to the east of Fort Collins. Now, none of those could be classified as small towns. Broomfield, Castle Rock, they're pretty close, but we're talking 75,000 people in these small boundaries, so it doesn't feel very small, it feels pretty dense. But let's talk small towns. Let's talk places with character. Where might you want to check out that has everything you're looking for, but isn't as big as some of these places in the top 10 list? We've got Timnath, Colorado, ranking in number 1 for percent change in population. They went from about 600 people to over 7,000 people in the last 10 years. Timnath is a really cool town. Severance and Berthoud grew by almost 200% in the last 10 years. And then with 65 to 85% growth, we've got Firestone, Windsor, Wellington, Johnstown, Frederick, Lochbuie, and Erie. When you look at these on a map, you can see they are all north of Denver. That is where we have seen a massive change in population growth. Now, if you're looking on the south side of town, here are some places you want to look. We have Castle Rock. It's not going to be the smallest town option, but it is still a very popular choice down here. Castle Rock grew 55% over the last 10 years, and they are at 75,000 people, as we mentioned. Monument and Parker are definitely great choices. Both grew by about 35% over the last 10 years. Parker is tipping about 60,000 residents, while Monument has fewer than 10,000 residents. And Lone Tree grew by 27%, besting Denver's 24% growth, and Lone Tree is just getting started. There is so much new construction going on in the Lone Tree area. New homes will be available starting next year, and they have plans to build out 4 different villages with thousands of homes in each village. So Lone Tree's numbers are going to be much bigger by the next census. With so many people moving to Denver and coming here for lifestyle, some of these bigger towns feel a little hairy and scary and a lot more dense than they want. So some of these on this list are going to be a great fit. I promise there are a lot of small towns that grew over these last 10 years. I picked out the ones that were along the Front Range, close to Denver, good commute to the airport, kind of give you that lifestyle that you are looking for when you're checking out Denver, Colorado Springs, Fort Collins. If you want to talk about Monument, Parker, Lone Tree, or any of the great towns that are booming north of Denver, we can help. We would love to chat and hear about what you're looking for. Reach out however works for you. You can call, you can text, or you can email. Hey, we will see y'all next week.